Hello, hello. Thank you for coming back. Part 3. Well, you obviously came back because you wanted to know this. But anybody else who came, thank you so much. This is part 3 of a birth chart reading of a sun in Leo, a moon in Pisces, and a rising in Aries. So part 3, we are going to jump right on into Uranus. So Uranus is a perfect planet to piggyback what we just talked about, which is Saturn. Saturn is the planet of time, of just really making you think, your limits, pushing you to the edge. Uranus is on the opposite side of that, and that is what happens after you put the time in. It's transformation. So Uranus is the planet of transformation, of change, of all the good things. Your placement in Uranus is Capricorn, and the expression for Capricorn is I build. You are a resourceful, factual, powerful ass bitch. But you also have more divine wisdom and intuition than you are allowing to assist in your life. You are not untouchable, but once you allow yourself to use your spirit, your intuition, your divine power and wisdom on top of that resourceful, analytical, let's get shit done attitude, can you imagine? That is really when you're going to find the most power and the most ease when it comes to having things that you want. Listening to your common sense, but allowing yourself to listen to your intuition as well, and not just making this decision based on either your mind or your heart. It has to be a decision with both factors put into play, and that's when you'll make the best decision. Your life purpose, whether you know what it is or not, is your mission in life. So I mean, that is like such a bold, huge statement, like your mission in life, like holy shit, sheesh, wow. I don't know. For me, I can personally say that like a year ago, that probably would have made me feel like really overwhelmed because I didn't fucking know. But now really getting into true alignment and true understanding, and like me as the spiritual, powerful queen, like I understand that my mission in life is to provide this intellectual knowledge of ourselves and to provide this hope of alternative wellness and to provide this dream life for people in the aspect of network marketing, and to do that with such faith, with such conviction. Like it doesn't matter what shit has to say about fuck. Okay, it does not matter. This is what I'm doing, and I know that persevering and continuing to do what I need to do is going to bring the best success and the best overall just feelings in our life, right? Willing to question and redefine traditional means of success in life, and that's okay. Like you don't have to do what you've always done, because if you do what you always did, then you'll get what you always got. And I really feel like right now I don't know why we have to be the ones, bitch. But our generation of women, we are the ones that they tried to silence upon a time. And now we are grown again with this deep freaking power that they never thought we would come back with having. They thought that they silenced us. They thought that they diminished our spirit and diminished our hope and our love and our mission. And that is just so far from the case. Like we are here to truly embrace, to break the chains of generational curse and of lack. And we're the ones. We are the ones. And one day somebody will look on our family timeline and say, like, because of her, our family is no longer a family of lack. Because of her, our family is no longer a family of desperation. Because of her, our family is no longer a family full of trauma. Because of her. And my God, like, don't the people that you have right now looking up to you and the future generations of that, like, isn't that worth it? Isn't that so worth it? Like, yes, it is. And you just crave a better life. You know that you were born for a better life. You know that you were born to outgrow your birth status. You know that you were born to be better and to be greater. And stop silencing that belief, because it's not selfish. It's not absurd. It's not crazy. It's real. It's real. And once you really tune into that and really embrace and feel that power, you will understand that like you are a persevering warrior. A warrior. 4:44, I just looked at the clock again. You are this like divine power that, again, can have anything that you want in life. It is not in your plans to settle. Don't do that. Ew. You're a warrior. You are so powerful. You really are. You really are. Okay, let's move on to Neptune. So Neptune is the planet that kind of just talks about like your deeper spiritual self. And your Neptune is also in Capricorn. So the expression again is I build. Wise and sensible, an old soul full of knowledge and deep insight, driven to persevere and to get your dreams. Cold, hard facts equal money for you. And that's okay. Like you can really allow yourself to analyze, to research, to look into things. But don't feel that you like can't make a decision or like you'd rather just not make a decision because you feel pressure on not being able to do that. If somebody really wants you to make a decision, they'll give you the time and they'll give you the opportunity to do what you need to do to get there. And anybody who really wants you to get there in good faith is going to want you to do it in your faith, because then that means that you show up in the confident, empowered person that you're supposed to be. So do that. Do that, girl. Ambition can lead to obsession for you, and you just need to know that like perfection, again, is not real. Perfection is confidence, and confidence only comes from action. So stop telling yourself that you can't or you won't or you could never. Oh my God, I could never. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Anything that you desire or you want in life is a special freaking characteristic of your divine soul. And we have to start cherishing and believing in that. Me with blonde hair, would I wash my hair with a shampoo that was made for redheads? No, that would just be silly because I have blonde hair. You not listening to your desires and your wants and your needs in life is withholding you from beautiful, blonde, bright, beautiful hair. Does that make sense? I think it does. I think it does. You have to delete your high expectations and to just go with the flow now. Don't give up, but relax. I put, you need to calm down. But not really. But like you just are always constantly like, ah! And not everything has to be like that. Like not every situation, not every scenario deserves a rise from you. Not every situation or problem deserves a solution from you either. I know. Even if it's so obvious, like this is the answer, you dumbass. If it's not worth you putting the solution into, don't do it. That doesn't mean you're wrong. That doesn't mean you don't know. That just means you withhold your energy and your self-love and your self-perseverance higher than being right. And doesn't that just make sense? Yes. You are mysterious and magical. Okay, so we are going to move on to Pluto. So Pluto is the planet of transformation, of dark, death, rebirth. So Pluto is the furthest planet away from the sun. So essentially that means it's the darkest planet. When I first started learning about astrology, Justin, my husband, is a Scorpio. And so I really did a lot of deep diving and learning about this sign and understanding that like death and rebirth and transformation is not a thing of like fiery burning pits of hell that me and my 3D mind have come to know. Like transformation and death leads to rebirth and to growth and to all the things that we need to do in life to ever change and to ever get what we want. And when we stop putting such a dark idea on death and of darkness and of transformation, it's okay to be a little mysterious. So, long story short, your Pluto is sitting in Scorpio. And Scorpio is the ruling planet of Pluto. So I believe that any planet that has the ruling sign as its sign is just like a little extra powerful. Scorpio knows what it's doing in Pluto because that's its home. And even Hades, when he first was learning about the underworld and of the dark life and the methodical ages, like it was something that feared him so much that he didn't even want to learn the freedom that lied behind the fear because the fear was so big to him. And that is such a testament to us as humans that yes, it might be scary. Yes, it might be unknown. Yes, it might be outside our comfort zones. But what could you learn going there? What could you gain from going there? What could you do after being there? Like those are the questions that we really have to ask ourselves. The deep, dark, passionate, sensual side of you, it's not negative. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It completely and beautifully contradicts that Leo sun of that bright, happy energy. And you have the perfect balance inside of you to know that not all things are great in sunshine and rainbows, but it's okay. It's okay. Even in the blizzard or in the tornado, like you are still able to find thankfulness because the snow looks really pretty and our earth really needs rain. Do you know? Like it just is so beautiful and empowering to ourselves when we start realizing that we are really so capable of allowing ourselves to transform into the most beautiful caterpillar that's ever been known. And do you know what happens to a caterpillar, or to a butterfly, I meant to say. But you know what happens to a caterpillar in the cocoon? If somebody touches that caterpillar in the cocoon, it ruins all process. And that's what we're doing to ourselves. We're constantly checking on ourselves. We're constantly redigging ourselves up, and we're constantly looking at the analysis and the growth. And that's not how it works. Just let it grow and have the faith that you're doing what you need to do and putting out what you need to put out, that it's going to return and it's going to grow in a positive form. If all you're doing is planting in confidence and fertilizing in faith and watering in consistent hope, then what the fuck bad could you grow? Nothing bad could grow from that. So release that thought from your mind and just know that you are like, you're it. You are it. You really are just so powerful. And once you really tune into that powerful ability of yours in not a negative way, like, yeah, I hope that answered a little, we'll move on. Please reach out if you have questions, okay? So ending out here, we're going to talk, so we have two more to talk about. We're going to talk about our Lilith and then our rising. So our Lilith is our subconscious thoughts, ideas, kind of how we operate, because sadly, most humans operate in their subconscious mind. 80% of our learned behavior comes from our subconscious mind, and 100% of our subconscious mind, well, not 100, 92. 92% of our subconscious mind is learned behaviors that are literal shit. So, your Lilith is an Aries. So the expression for Aries is I am. So it says that you have a fear of being the one. Like, and that's so crazy. When I was really reading and learning about this, like so many people have the fear of not being the one, and you have the fear of being the one, of being the leader, of being the speaker, of being the decision maker, of being the lioness that you were born to be. And you just have to know that like all of that fear is just a learned behavior of being unworthy and of not knowing enough. And if you're in the situation, scenario, opportunity to be the one of service, to be the one of leadership, it's not for no good reason. Like it's for a reason, and you were placed there because what's meant to be will be, and people are needing you to step up and to stop being scared of showing yourself. Stop being scared of rejection. Like being rejected